welcome to my channel. I found this and I've come up with the idea to do this just for fun. These are, I googled and come up with questions that artists might do. So these are questions that are actually found online about interviewing. If I was at, well, I am an artist, but these are questions that I might be asked. Okay, the first one is, what is my background? Well, of course, you can see I'm Southern and English. I actually did my DNA test and everything. I'm like totally Southern, founders, whatever. It's really, really weird, and boy, is it getting complicated. Alright, the second but that's basically my background. And I live in the South, of course, and I live in West Memphis, which is mainly ethnically more African American than English, but everybody speaks English, but it's that. Alright, the second question says, what does your work aim to say? My work really jumps around all over the place. When I was in college, my professor always specifically told me to pick a certain style, but I didn't. I would jump here, do somebody like this, and then I would jump over here and do it like this, and I would just jump around. It's just something I do. It really has no specific aim to persons. Well, personally for me, I just like doing figures or human body because it seems to me it's more complicated than doing a landscape, because you got more sizes and features, and I've always loved doing portraits and loved doing the faces. Alright, the third question is, how does your work commit on current social or political issues? It really doesn't. No, it really doesn't. It just jumps around all over the place, so it has no political issues or current social things. It's just out there. I do seem to do more characters and it's more in what I see around here than anything else. Alright, the fourth question is, what is your biggest influences? Well, I like art, period. It doesn't matter if it's primordial all the way up to right now modern art. I like all of them. It's just some of them I can stand, some of them I can't. Since I did go through all the art classes and got a degree at it, it's more just trying to figure out my own version of influences. But I really like, well, if you want to go specifically, I like Goya. I like his work, even though it's dark and everything, but his is more illustrated. And then I like Andrew Beardsley. I get his name all mixed up. I like him, and then I like this Lackley lady, something in the Art Nouveau. I like her, and I do like Roy Lichtenstein. They're more cartoony and everything. I like them more because I'm more focused that way. Because a long time ago, I really wanted to be a comic book artist, but my art teacher at high school said comic books is not art. So I had to learn all the basics and stuff. Okay, the fifth question is, how have you developed your art career? Well, since I'm here, basically it's just a hit and miss. More than likely it actually is a hit and miss. I'm just here, there. I get certain times that I do want to do it, and it depends on, and then it doesn't seem like in this area, it doesn't seem like there is very much for, except for traditional art like landscapes and stuff like that. Nobody really cares for portraits or stuff like that, but I want to head that way, but I have to backpedal and try to do and I really do not like doing trends and stuff. I mean, locally we have many artists that are just doing basic Pinterest stuff. Okay, yeah, you're making money with it, okay, but are you actually developing as an artist? For me, I can do it. Okay, do it. And then, but it makes me feel like I ain't doing what I need. Alright, the sixth question is, how do you seek out opportunities? Well, since I'm financially stuck, you know, being from a poor family, of course, poor, like living out in the farm most of my life, and then finally moving up to the city and living here in the rural Arkansas, it's like, okay, it's just something that I can do. Whatever I could afford. I went to a comic book convention a few years back. I had to scratch up the money because I'm sub-teaching, because that's the only thing right now, opportunity that I am, because I'm getting older, and I just really don't want to go back doing what I did whenever I just got out of college. That's just not me. And I just want to go forward instead of flipping, turn around and going back. Okay. The seventh question is, how do you cultivate a collector base? How do I find a collector? I just put it out there. If you like it, okay, you like it. If you don't like it, okay, I guess I don't make a sale. Just like whenever I was doing photography, retail photography, I had a booth, big long booth, sat there when I had downtime, and just to get people interested, they would come by and I would be doing my little sketches and stuff, and then they would ask questions because they actually really knew that I knew what I was talking about. But some of them thought that I wouldn't do it. Well, you got a strong personality. I ain't gonna you know, fuss with you with a strong personality, and it's just not. Because why argue? Because I've been doing that most of my life anyway. Okay. The eighth question is, how do you navigate the art world? Navigate it? Like I'm really in a ship? Huh. All I do is just, basically, I'm just floating around. Yeah, it's hit or miss. To me, it's just a hit or miss, or I'm just floating along on the ship. If that's talking about, you know, what I'm navigating, I'm just pulling this direction. If that ain't working, well, then I turn and pull that direction. It's not, Alright, the ninth question is, how do you price your work? Whoa, now that is the big problem. Around here, you have to base your original works on what crafters are doing. Locally, crafters are like selling their artwork like $5 a pop, or 10, 15. I mean, there's only one person that I know of that is even making hardly anything, making more than what I do. $5 a pop is not going to get me nowhere. And then I have all these kids ask me how much you charge. Well, I say, well, I charge such and such. Well, then they go, and they're having all kinds of fits about how much I charge. But if I was actually doing it full time, I would have to charge for as much as I do if I'm working for Subteach, or working over at the studio, at the portrait studio. When I was working at the portrait studio, I got $10 an hour. So for the full day, I got $100 for the full day. Well, I don't get that at Subteach, but I have to do what I gotta do. I mean, it's what I gotta do. And the 10th question is, what current art world trends are you following? Excuse me, I'm not really following any art trends whatsoever. Well, I'm looking around. I just look here, there, and here, and there, and I like anime, and so I just look, and that's all I basically do is just look around. Well, these are 10 questions that I need to answer. Hopefully that gets ideas clicking and you get to see more of me than anything. I've actually been doing this like all my life, and since I'm southern, and I don't know, but I can play with the big boys. But thank you, and see you next time.